It's this girl who seems harmless to humans and animals. Behind the scenes, he's a cult leader who does all kinds of evil. How dare she use human corpses? Feeding a monster underground. Obviously, by the time this thing blooms and bears fruit, Amami City is destined to set off a bloody storm. Deep in the building, worry green tentacles are everywhere. It is floating in the air. From time to time, it will take away a human, if anyone is here. They will definitely exclaim, because green alkalis stand on the canopy one by one. These green alkalis are actually sea. They are trapped by this mysterious monster. We're taking their best from them all the time. With a puff of dark red smoke wafting out, the chlorine in the room all shook, at the same time accompanied by the sound of horrified. The next second these green base tails. It grows apples. The bright red looks make people salivate. That's all! And the whole building is enveloped in this green light. The priests muttered to themselves from the heights. It's like some kind of ritual. On the other side, Zhang Yijian rushed back to the church. The prayer ceremony at this time is basically coming to an end. Look into the eye. Only the last 3 little boys remain. They are innocent. Little did they realize the danger was coming. Yuan Kong also smiled at them. Under the gentle expression, there is a touch of gentle, but it was soon hidden by her. However, these believers who do not know the truth, they race to the top, afraid to let his child be baptized first. Because they feel, only those who have been baptized, they are truly the children of the defeated snow. That's all. The children who were sent to the altar by them. Yuan Kun. Zhang Yixian put my hand lightly on them head. The little boy could no longer muster his strength, and he pulled out a knife from underneath him, saying kindly, "Don't be afraid. There is a devil in you. I'll help you." Heard this? The little boy on the altar was struck by lightning. He wants to resist, but his body is not under his control, can't even trip to speak. In the next second, the knife was pierced through the boy's stomach. Sharp knife like death, harvesting the boy's life quickly. Just for a moment, the genuine pain made him pass out. He doesn't understand. Why is this seemingly amiable big sister do this to yourself? Then Yuan Kong had a face. Kindly put her hand on the boy's wound. A golden light emerges. The blood stopped all at once, and it didn't take long for the boy to wake up. But he doesn't seem to remember anything. Once buried, the injury just now. Make your own woman hold you, even when facing your own parents. They're all very well behaved. I don't have the petty temper I used to have anymore. It's like a different person. However, the other 2 children, they were all taken aback by this sudden scene. Silly little body can't stop shaking. Now they only have one idea. That is to get out of this hell. But just as they turned and ran away, but by his favorite father, they is stopped in the church. So the more they struggle, the more these people will be understood as demons inside the child. This time, the gentle voice of Yuan Kong, it resounded throughout the church, but in the ears of children. But it got a little creepy. It was just now. These children have been baptized by Yuan Kong. It seems to have become blank words. They lose their individuality and their emotions. However, these parents are determined towards the deep sky and deep night. They will henceforth no more worrying about children being naughty. Now, then he took the children out of the church in silence. At this time, the ceremony of the gift of justice fairy sword is over. He walked quickly to Yuan Kong's side. If he doesn't let Yuan Kong treat him again, he's about to have a fire attack himself. Subsequently, Yuan Kong lifted the clothes on his arm. This scene inevitably made her frown. She didn't expect the wound to be so serious. Can hurt his own high priest like this. Who are the enemies? But she wasn't in a hurry to ask, but first treated for Zhang Yixian. After all, he is her most important fighting force. Never let it go wrong. It didn't take long. Justice first healed the wound on his arm. This time, Yuan Kong asked, "What happened to you outside just now? Talk to me carefully." Zhang Yixian recounted everything that had just happened. Waiting Hai and Zhao Honglian, they lost a few power users some time ago. Mistakenly thought we killed it. That's why the 2 joined forces to deal with us. In this way, Zhang Yixian and Yuan Kong talked to each other. Dong stayed for 2.5 hours. He will. The ins and outs of everything are related to Yuan Kong. Said it again. Understand the unveiling of the matter. Yuan Kong couldn't help but fall into contemplation. She didn't expect Tian High City to be apart from a few of them. There is a particularly mysterious force. It seems that the reason for the destruction of Shishan Base is them. Seeing Yuan Kong is still thinking, Zhang Yi expressed his opinion again, because he combined all the intelligence he currently has. He himself came up with an amazing result. That is, all problems are merged, focused on a man named Zhang Yi. The main thing is, I have received a message from this person before. Now it seems, this man named Zhang Yi must be a powerful psychic. Otherwise, it is absolutely impossible for Shishan Base to be defeated overnight. In my opinion, people who died in their two bases, it was this man who killed. Only so, it all makes sense. Hear Zhang Yixian say so. Yuan Kong also asked the question in her heart. Why did we investigate in the first place? There are indications that, is it related to the missile in Gangnam region? Is this person also related to Jiangnan district? If that's the case, that's a bit tricky. This person is not only powerful, the background is not small. If you let him go on like this, it is very likely to affect our plan. Master, what should we do now? Do you need to send a big decree to investigate first, if the information we received was true? The materials in this person's hands must be massive. Although our blood sugar can provide us with a steady stream of food, but it's not sustainable. If this person, it's not as powerful as you think, we can totally take his supplies. Use it yourself. If he's not easy to deal with, we can also form an alliance with him. With all due respect, now is the time for us to develop allies. If a situation like today happens again, we won't be able to take it. At this time, Yuan Kong also came back to her senses. She also felt that Zhang Yixian's idea was good. Then the two hit it off, directly arranged for the decree to execute the plan. Because Yuan Kong also knows, if this man named Zhang Yi really have this strength, the pattern of Tian High City is about to happen. Earth-shaking change. On the other hand, Zhou Kier is in the medical department. She has been busy for 3 days and 3 nights. Right now she's looking at the pic with all his attention. Something on the pic. It is the yellow test tube that Zhang Yi brought back. This time, Zhou Kier turned around and said, the test tube you brought back is amazing. It is 10 times more powerful than previous prototypes, but the side effects are not small. If you don't pay attention to the dosage, it is very likely to cause the user to burst on the spot. Because of this kind of deeds, can speed up the body's metabolism. Simply put, it is to overdraw one's own energy. I used to just watch me in the lab. I didn't expect them to actually dare to put this thing. Use it on human. This is crazy. After listening to Zhou Kier's explanation, Zhang Yi sighed. Fortunately, you are so cute by my side. Otherwise, one day I will be in danger. If you use this drug occasionally, the consequences are really unimaginable. At this time, Zhou Kier smiled evilly. Now that the samples are in my hands, are you still worried about this?